One of the easiest plants we found to grow hydroponically is oregano. It seems to grow really fast and doesn't seem to be picky on what it needs. It's really easy to start from cuttings and it just keeps on producing. So this plant here, I've already cut it back several times and harvested and dried quite a bit of oregano from it already. But every time I cut it back, it shoots out a bunch more stems. So it goes so far that it comes down toward my second system and starts collecting light from the light underneath it. So it's really a prolific plant to grow hydroponically. For nutrients, I'm just running it on the same nutrients I use for lettuce. I've got some other videos detailing that, but I don't do anything special for the oregano. It seems to do fine with the lettuce nutrients. For lighting, I kind of keep it, you can see, in the corner of my system, so it's not getting the full amount of light that the lettuce is getting out in the middle there. But it seems to do fine with that as well. It kind of just grows to where the light is, so it fits nicely into the corners where lettuce doesn't grow quite as fast. So I like that. And I keep it in a 2-inch net cup. That just allows a little more room for the roots to grow and keeps it a little more stable since it stays in the system for a while. This one I've been growing 6 months now. I've cut it back, like I said, a few times, and it keeps on growing. So, pretty simple to grow it. And I'll show you here in a minute what I do for planting. When I first started growing oregano, I didn't have a plant already, so I went and bought some seeds, started them from seeds. That takes a little while just for the seeds to germinate. They're really tiny seeds, and so it takes a few weeks before the plant really starts to grow. So what I've done since is when I want to start a new plant, like now this plant has been going for a while, so you can see there's been quite a few spots I've cut off, and so has some brown spots on it. It still grows fine, but it just looks starting to look old. So what I do is I just cut off a little branch and then I plant that cutting directly, and it grows pretty quick that way. It seems to grow faster that way than if I were to start it from seed. So this one, try and do it one-handed. Just break it off so that I've got a stem like that. And then I'll bring it over and put it into a grow plug to start it. So here I have the stem that we just plucked off the oregano plant. And here's a grow plug. So what I did is I took off some of the leaves on the bottom of the stem, because I've read that that's where the roots will actually start from. So then I take the stem and gently push it into the root plug like that, and it stands right up. And then I put this into a net cup and then leave it in the rail system so that the plug stays moist. And then after a week or two, you'll start to see roots popping through the grow plug. Right away, this stem will sag a little bit or wilt, just since it's not pulling up moisture. So right away it might look like it's dead, but if you give it a few days, it'll actually perk right back up and start pulling water back up to the leaves. So if it looks like it died right away, that's okay. So here I actually have 2 oregano stems that I had started a couple weeks ago. You can see they're already growing. They're kind of reaching up toward the light, but they've also got roots coming out of the bottom. So, I did just these 2, and both of them have roots coming up, so 100% success rate. And it was pretty easy. I did just like what I showed you. So it's really easy to start them when you have a cutting. You can do it from a seed if you need to. And then after that, unless you eat a lot of oregano, you probably only need 1 or 2 plants because they grow really fast in hydroponics. This one, we've been harvesting more than we can eat, so we've had to dry a lot of it. But it has really good flavor. It smells really good. After we harvest in our porch here, the whole porch smells like oregano. It's pretty awesome. So if you're just getting into hydroponics, this is a great plant to grow. It's real simple, tastes really good, and it's fun to grow. So give it a try. Also, if you want to learn more about our rail system, we have some other videos about how to build these. And then we have a website with a full tutorial on how to build them and some of the details that go into that. So check it out, and thanks for watching.